Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video on OG cars, and today we are here with Chips, who is a project car we briefly introduced you all to a few months ago, and sadly today this car is selling, so we just thought we'd do a quick video on everything we've done and kind of tell you why we're selling it, even though I kind of said I was going to sell it last time.
So we got Chips with a head gasket failure, which is always a great thing to have when you buy a car, but we were told about it, so that's fine. Did turn out, after we'd done the head gasket and new inlet and exhaust manifold gaskets and everything, new thermostat, all of that sort of stuff while we were there, while the head was off, it also turned out it had a core plug missing in the middle of the essentially the head at the top. It splits the coolant and the oil inside the engine, which is a bit of a strange design. I've never seen it on anything else. I mentioned it in the last video, I believe, but we fitted a brand new core plug in there and sealed everything up, put everything back together. It's had 2 oil and filter changes now. It's had new coolant flush through it. Essentially we wanted to get rid of all the oil and water residues, because obviously they mixed together quite a lot a couple of times, because after we did the head gasket the first time, put everything together and it mixed straight away. So yes, we've flushed it all through a couple of times. We've got fresh oil and it's looking all good now, and we've flushed the coolant all the way through a couple of times, so that's looking really good now as well. Got the correct antifreeze to water mix in there as well. Done a couple other things just to clean it up. It's had a new tyre. A friend essentially is going to take it off of us today. Now that we've done all the work, we've got it all back to a state where it is drivable. We've drove it to Cafe and Machine yesterday. We'll put a little video in now of it being there. And you'll see, essentially, he's trading a car with us, and you'll see at the end of this video what that car will be. But we were focusing this video on the Favorit. So yeah, essentially we've just given it a little clean out. The inside has had a quick clean. We've managed to fix the speedo because it wasn't working before. It was the speedo cable on the back of it. It was bent where it was going inside the dash. So that has been straightened, put in, and that is working now as well. I'm trying to think what else we've actually done in here. Just giving it a good clean out, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's been used as a parts shed for a little while. The new tyres on this side, next in tyre.
You would also see from the last video that this was really crusty, and we've basically just sanded it back and we've painted it as good as we can. The new owner's aware it's not a perfect job.
Yeah.
But we have tidied it up. Like, if you went back to our old video and looked at it, it looks 10 times better now. Definitely,
and that's the same on a couple of areas. We've just done a little touch up in a few areas with a swan white spray can, which Georgina managed to get made up. So that's that, really. It's not a perfect job. It's not gone into a body shop to have everything done. It's a good usable daily classic. These cars really are, and they're still really cheap classics. So if you're looking for a cheap usable classic, then the Skoda Favorit is definitely one to get and hold on to now, because this car essentially would have been scrap if we didn't do the head gasket on it and everything else. So I'm quite glad that we persevered, did everything, and now someone's going to enjoy it, do what they want to it, and yeah, hopefully this car lives a very fruitful life. Yeah, it's been to Cafe and Machine with us. It went to
went around Brecon.
Yeah, good drive around there with YRMC as well. So it's had a couple of good outings with us, and the new owner gets to enjoy it while we get to enjoy Kelly as well. Speaking of Kelly, it's donated the starter motor under the bonnet there, because the one on this started going temperamental on us. So Kelly's one has been donated to this. Kelly's still laying dormant with no starter motor, but we've got one on order for that. So we'll fix that one very soon, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So stay tuned and you'll see the car at the end of this video. And that is Chips now dropped off, and we have picked up the new vehicle, which is quite cool actually. It's a D-Reg Volvo 340.
So here it is. This is the new car, or at least the car that we swapped Chips the Favorit for. It is a 1986 Volvo 340, and as you can see, aside little issues like the faded bumpers and probably not very clear, but the bits of rust, it is a really lovely car, and we're really happy with the swap. It's nice to drive as well. I haven't actually driven it yet, but Owen has driven it over, and what are your thoughts?
Very comfy, very nice. Bit slow, but you know what? Nice.
So yeah, Owen's just going to quickly show you around the car because he's a bit more in tune with those stuff. But aside that, yeah, we're really happy with the car, and we're happy to welcome it to the garage, even if it's only going to be for a short period of time.
Here's just a quick look. This is the tyre we're going to change, just because the tread's getting a bit low on the edges here. Came up as an advisory on the MOT. The paintwork's not the best around certain areas, but overall this is a really nice looking car. And the paintwork elsewhere looks, you know, it's got its fair share of dents and stuff, but it's nice. It's an interesting car. I've never actually driven one of these or seen one too up close really, and it's well, it's Volvo, isn't it? So you get a parcel shuffle as that and then slides forward. Volvo always came up with fairly interesting designs. The bonnet comes like clamshell upwards to the front instead of being not a conventional style. Interior, lovely. Heated seats, front headlight washers and wipers. And this is only a 1.4 as well, so it's not like it's the big 1.7 that is locked. I don't think it has central locking, but it does somehow have heated seats. It's got the front and rear fogs. It's just really nice. It's got a big clock as well instead of a rev counter, which is fine. But yeah, it's really nice in there. And it's a really nice car to drive. So yeah, I mean, the only Volvo I've driven is the 480 actually. Yes. And maybe an S40 at work or something. But
funnily enough, we are on our way to pick the 480 up with this car.
We are indeed.
So,
it'd be a good car to pick it up in today.
And finally, you guys will get to see the 480 finished, which I originally filmed the video for that in February, if that gives you an idea of how long it's taken.
Stay tuned and you'll see that one as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.